This is News 14 Carolina Meteorologist Matthew East, and you've clicked on to this Thursday edition of the Carolina Weather Video here for the 26th day of February. A lot to talk about today. Let's get right into it. Of course, a lot of buzz developing about our potential this weekend. I'm going to spend a great deal of time on this video talking about that system. First of all, though, this morning, that's a look at temperatures, and it was a mild start to the day overall. The freezing line way up north, as we have a pretty mild air mass across the southern and southeastern part of the country. 1 o'clock this afternoon, this is off of the 6Z run of the GFS. You have an area of low pressure entering northwestern Missouri. Out ahead of that, a mild day today, highs up to the lower 60s in many Piedmont locations. Now, tomorrow, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the lows in the eastern Great Lakes, cold front trailing down from it. And that's 1 p.m., and that's the precip through 7 p.m. off the GFS. So I'm going to keep the forecast going of shower chances moving into the Piedmont tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening as that front moves in. Now, this is 7 o'clock Saturday morning, and we're beginning to see our next area of low pressure take shape. And again, this is the GFS, the 6Z run, taking shape back over the Mississippi and Alabama region. 1 p.m. Saturday, there comes the low moving our way. 7 p.m. Saturday, and that is heavy rain that has occurred through the afternoon in much of the Carolinas. 1 a.m. on Sunday morning, heavy rain moving through the eastern part of the state Saturday evening into Saturday night. And here comes the cold air crashing down behind the system. Very potent 500 millibar low pressure area that closes off on almost all modeling now. And that causes cold air aloft and at the surface to move on in. This is 7 a.m. Sunday. And on the GFS, this is snow in a pretty heavy band from northeastern Alabama on up into the mountains of North Carolina and the mountains of the Virginias. 1 p.m., snow continuing, eastern Tennessee, North Georgia, the upstate of South Carolina, and the mountains of North Carolina. And here you go, 7 p.m. Sunday. That, again, taken literally on the GFS, that's snow in North Georgia, the upstate of South Carolina, the Piedmont of North Carolina. 1 a.m. Monday, same deal. 7 a.m. on Monday. There you go. Still snow flying in the Piedmont of North Carolina and the upstate and Midlands of South Carolina. And here you are 1 p.m. Monday. Finally then, the storm begins to taper off on the GFS. All right, so that's the GFS. What about the European? You're going to like this if you're a snow lover. The European, this is 7 o'clock in the evening on Saturday. Low pressure centered in the western Carolinas. This would be indicative of very heavy rain Saturday and Saturday evening. All right, let's compare that to the GFS at the same time. Low pressure area placement very, very similar. So good agreement through Saturday evening. All right, back to the European. This is Sunday evening. Low pressure sitting right over Charlotte. And that's also associated with very significant deep 500 millibar closed low pressure. And the GFS at the same time, the low is a little farther eastward, but that's really just because the GFS is still faster than the European. They really still handle things very much the same. Finally, the European, 7 p.m. Monday, low pressure along the coast, a secondary low pressure developing on the South Carolina coast. Still have that 500 millibar closed low sitting overhead. And taken verbatim, the European puts down over a foot of snow in the North Carolina mountains and 5 to 10 inches of snow for Charlotte, Greensboro, over toward Raleigh, and down into South Carolina, even some snow in North Georgia on the European as well. Now, let me say this. I am not forecasting that. Don't go saying that I've forecasted 5 to 10 inches of snow. That is not what I'm saying at all. I'm showing you the model possibilities, and I think there is growing consensus for the chance of some snow coming up in the Piedmont later Sunday into Sunday night, maybe into Monday, depending on the speed of the system. Now, this could trend the other way. This could trend back to all rain, or it could trend into really nothing at all. When you're dealing with these closed 500 millibar lows, it's tough to have any confidence in the exact scenario that's going to unfold. But I would just say the potential is there for some accumulating snow later Sunday into Sunday night in the Piedmont and certainly up in the mountains. And I'll keep fine-tuning this forecast for you. All right, that's it for this latest edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everyone have a wonderful Thursday. Enjoy the mild weather today, and God bless.